So that's what it is. We'll take it one step at a time. That's what Amaju Pinnick says. And he says something interesting also that's very important. He says we will not put the players under pressure. But they know they need to deliver.
We will not put them under pressure, that's question. But they know that each time they put on the green-white jersey, they're representing all of us. I think, I mean, at this level, we'll not talk about pressure for these guys. This is what they do week in, week out. This is what they do. And I think if there were doubts in their mind in time past, what had happened, the evolution, the last 2 years, thereabouts, what really has happened to this team would have given them confidence. We have boys who now come into the team, and they are like the backbone of this team. They've fought together, they've made this journey, they started it together, and the same set of players. And the last time I caught up with Uche Kichuka, I think at the NFF Awards, we were talking about the evolution of the team. What you guys did in 1994, everybody was talking about 1994. The guy said no, that team was not a 1994 Super Eagles squad. That team actually started in 1989 team. You know, when they went to Kaduna for the ECOWAS Cup, from there all of that started. 1990 Nations Cup, where a lot of the guys did not turn up. The likes of Ben Nira found their way to that team. Albert Anijuku and all that played in that team. From there to 92 in Senegal. And when it got to 1994, all of the chopping and changing, everything just came together, and that's exactly, you can play back. The results are there for everybody to see. So that the one good thing that we have going for us is that all of the things that kind of brings in confusion in the team, that make the team.
We're not hearing of that.
No, we are taking care of them. We are taking care of the issues before the World Cup. And which is the best way to approach it? We are now talking about, we open about it. These are what I do to the player. This is what we are giving. This is what we have on the table. This is what we will get. It's only when those kind of communications open that you have guys, okay, we don't need to worry. They've given us their word. We told us this is what we're going to get. And I mean, yes, sponsors are lining up. The money is coming in. Let's go do the business. We have to just concentrate on the game, on the football itself, which is good enough. All of the bad press that African teams had at the last World Cup, and several World Cups after, several World Cups, it's always an African problem. We're having issues. They're flying money from, we've not been paid and all of that. Thank God all of those issues have been taken care of, and hopefully we'll have a very good outing.
Hopefully. Nigeria will have a good outing at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. We're counting down 90 more days to go. So we'll continue with the World Cup vibes till the World Cup comes. Sports Tonight on Channels TV. So let's end this segment and we'll come back. We'll talk some more. Welcome back to Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We'll continue with the program now, but still with African football development and, of course, ways Africa can impress at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. We caught up with the president of the Zimbabwe Football Association, Philip Chinyamgwa. Philip Chinyamgwa is also the president of the Coast-Africa region. Look, he loves Nigerian football, and he says at the World Cup, Africa will do so well. Let's listen to him.
The interesting part is that this is my second visit into Nigeria. The first visit was when we were plotting the overthrow of the Emperor Issa Hayatou. And, that was executed courtesy of your NFA president, Amaju Pinnick, who facilitated that. We had a meeting or meetings, and subsequent to that, we formed ourselves into a group, which was called the Rebels, and that group grew from 11 to 35. And that was just towards the time we had the election for the CAF president and other EXCO members. And Amaju Pinnick became one of them. Constant Omari, Kwesi, Aisha Johnson, Musa, Waberi, the guy from Morocco, Fuzi, and those are the people whom I became campaign manager for. So, yeah, we sprang into power and won decisively. And furthermore, immediately after that, we had another position which we had to vote for, which was that which was won by Abu Rida from Egypt for the FIFA position. So, basically, my team won. All of them went in, save for one from Namibia, But anyway, you know what I mean? It was won again more by a person who comes from my region, Kwasafa, who is in Angola. So we're happy that that is what it is.
So what's been the major focus in developing African football?
I think there's been so many changes since Ahmad came into office, you know, and zones are now getting money, you know, which was never the case. And there is freedom of speech. You don't fear that you have made a comment or you've, you know, more or less like say to the president, you don't know what you're doing, then the next morning you're getting a letter being fired or something like that. There's nothing more like that. There's now a democratic CAF, which is serving the people.
And for Africa, the World Cup, what are your expectations?
Nigeria must win. We must vouch for Nigeria. Nigeria must win. And I mean, look here, I'll be a devil if I did not say that. So Nigeria must win. And we are vouching for Nigeria. We are going to be there in Russia making sure that each and every African thinks Nigeria.
I told you, he loves Nigerian football. Philip Chinyamgwa says they will ensure that all African countries think Nigeria. Look, he was just trying to, what it did was it started, you know, it's 1 year under the Ahmad board now. It started by telling us how they came into power, some CAF politics right there.
The rebels that came to power.
and then the progress they're already making in CAF, particularly after saying there's a democratic CAF now.
Freedom of expression. You can just say the way it is. Unlike in time past, and that point is really very important. And he called the past president emperor. That's a very strong word.
Because it's been in past 1988.
But these guys just knew what they wanted. I just like the way they went about it. Yeah. The young talks, as they call themselves.
It was about time.
They just knew that it's a full politics is a game of numbers, and it's the rule of the loudest mob. They just had to form themselves into a mob.
That's right.
And they went in there. They knew before the election. They'd already done the homework. They knew who was going to get to what.
After our plus tonight on Channels Television, we get to know more about football in Africa. Let's go on this quick break. While we come, we'll continue the discussion and then get into the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup. Don't go anywhere. Stay.